Okay, so I'll say this. I've kind of learned myself, and maybe I just haven't gotten to that point in life where like I'm really like able to express fully, but I'm very jokey, I'm very lighthearted, so like I don't really take things to heart unless like it really matters. So one of my things is I'll go to my RA, I'll knock on his door. It's like,
that's a good relationship.
I'll just.
What do you mean? I had a relationship with my RA freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's because I'm COVID class.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, I'll just knock on my RA's door and I'll break down what's going on to him. Even though I know it's not that serious, I'll figure it out. But like,
you just have to let it out.
Exactly. Just to let it out, just to get it off of me and just be able to tell someone.
Hey y'all, welcome to another episode of the Tiger Talks podcast, where the Maroon Tigers podcast, where you get to know what's going on campus and all.
Okay,
so right. Y'all should be proud of me if you know. Anyway, we're crowded up in here.
We comfy cozy.
Comfy cozy. This week, y'all, we're coming at you with another episode. I got my OG back with us. My OG Kayla G.
Nah, she figured it out.
And we're just here again. You know, our last episode that we filmed last semester was about sports and mental health. So we got some athletes with us, some big ballers, if you will. So I'll let them go ahead and introduce themselves. And get started with the conversation.
We do fit checks around here, so after you do your Morehouse intros, y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to explain your outfits.
Yeah. So our friend right here.
Alright, bet. I'm Quasi Urban Jr., go by KJ. I'm a graduating Morehouse man already, class 2022 from Washington, D.C. And fit check, you know, got the Morehouse baseball alumni shirt. Whoa, my fault, hoodie. And then, you know, you gotta get the exclusive, pitching jacket, you know, so we wore when it got cold out and everything, so, yeah.
Not even worse, still I shut it off. As you should.
What's going on, y'all? My name is Pinckney. I'm a sophomore sports journalism major, economics minor from Prince George's County, Maryland. And you know, today got a cool little crew neck New York Mets. I'm a Met fan. Got the you know, little tie-dye, green tie-dye pants. You know, Adidas. Always repping my Adidas, and you know, a little chain here and there. Something simple.
You didn't catch it.
You
didn't catch it.
We're a Nike school.
So
you're struggling, always.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up too. Wait, is it gonna? Yeah, okay. Is it there or? Okay. Period. All right. So yeah, let me put my phone down and stuff. Okay.
You got two phones.
Yeah. So yeah. Basically, I got my beaters on.
Who are you?
Okay, you're so right. You're so right.
Perfect.
You're so right, bestie. If this is your first time watching the podcast, which it shouldn't be, my name is Mira Donaldson. I'm a graduating senior political science major at Spelman College, and I'm the producer for the Tiger Talks podcast. I write, I anchor, all that for Maroon Tigers. So check out some more content of mine. But here we are. So I got this.
The dance moves coming with it too.
You know, I don't even know there's two seats. Y'all know I always come with a two-piece set. Like,
dude, that's her #1 staple.
So, right, okay, so the beaters.
That should win them for both episodes.
And then, yeah, I know. And then she says, what did she say?
A choice to change the world.
Right, and then she says,
slogan?
okay.
That's not the slogan, that's a tagline.
Oh, my fault.
Sorry, who got it up now? Who got, okay. And then she's Spelman College. And then, I think she said something on the back. Like,
Nice do. Cute. Nice do.
And then I
She
have,
says nothing on the back.
oh. I'm gonna start a new thing where it's like, Mira's hairstyle of the week too, because like I feel like every time I film a new episode I have a new hairstyle. So she has cornrows today.
We got a Morehouse version of it?
No.
Right,
Then
that's the same thing.
I'm not gonna stand up because I feel like I'll be cut. Yeah, I kind of went a little gloomy because it was gloomy outside. Got on this little turtleneck, this dreamer shirt, because I'm a dreamer. I have my rain boots from Coach and then some regular black pants. And my hair stays the same, coincidentally. Bobbing.
Bobby.
Freshly bobbed. Thank you.
Alright, my turn. Okay. Good evening, my name is Phoenix Satterfield. I am a junior art major, curatorial studies minor from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And okay, I guess here's my fit. We have a thrifted Morehouse red M jacket. We have underneath, we have a t-shirt for the rock and roll half marathoner and a half marathon. Get this shirt, guys.
He said I worked for her.
On my legs, we have traditional Adidas leggings for workout purposes. On my feet, we have the Puma Pikachu sneakers. And
With the keychain.
What's this?
I was saving that for last. We have Morehouse cross country ring to celebrate our 2022 conference championship victory.
And he got his name on
And
it.
it has my last name on it.
Y'all, this is my friend. We do classes together.
We have the same minor.
Yeah.
Oh man, kind of small, man. Ain't kind of big. What's going on, everybody? My name is Elijah Campbell, aka Sue. I was former team captain. I graduated class 23, business administration major and everything like that. When it comes to the fit, you got the exclusive, you know what I'm saying? You can't get this in the store.
At the bookstore.
Got the Morehouse Legends on here. I'm gonna be on here one day though. Got the jeans on, but got the split and everything, fresh cut and everything. Like zoom in on that. Shout out to my barber. I got the black cats on. You know what I'm saying? Black cat foes. If you want to buy them out, hit my line. Everything like that. They going for at least $600 though.
That's still a steal. That's the sad part. Jesus.
Well, now that we all introduced ourselves, one thing I like to start off our mental health episodes with, like the episodes where we're like just checking in with each other, is like, have you ever heard of a rosebud thorn?
Yes.
You have? I feel like no one ever. Okay, but basically, I like to. Okay, so a rosebud thorn is basically like a rose is a good part, like a good part of your day, or like and then a thorn is a bad part of your day. Like,
But it's an okay thing.
but it's like an okay thing that I usually don't do that because it's like, but like, I just want to give us a chance to do that because, you know, I want to see how y'all are. So, period. If anybody can start that. I'll go first. Rose. I got to grad school.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that
We did apply,
Okay.
so I got into grad school. Which
Oh,
is
you got in.
I got in.
Yeah.
And like application season is coming to a close for like job. Like not only am I applying to grad school, y'all, but I'm applying to jobs too. So like it's been a lot. Like I feel like I've been locked in like so hard. So like I feel like the application season is coming to a close. Like I probably have everything submitted like in there. That's my rose. So I can just like enjoy being present in my last season in Spelman. My thorn. It's raining out, and like I actually got like super soaked this morning when I was leaving, cause like I forgot my umbrella because I didn't know it was gonna rain. So I actually wore Crocs too, so my socks were like.
I saw someone else with Crocs this morning, but he did it on purpose.
Yeah, I don't know why you would do that on purpose, but for sure.
I saw somebody with slides. I prayed for him.
He definitely slid out them slides.
Whoa. Let's hear you, Fred. You've been very vocal.
Whoa. Rose, I woke up this morning.
Amen.
So there's that. I guess a thorn. I have a 3-hour lab on Friday, so that's never fun. So, yeah.
Who's your bud?
Huh?
Your bud.
We doing the bud?
Yeah.
Did you do the bud?
I
She
did
did
not.
do the
Oh,
bud.
she didn't do bud. Okay. My bad. Okay. Rose. I made one of my friends happy today.
That's good.
I saw that he was having a rough week. So I cut out some time to like I invited him to my room and I was like, yo, just talk to me. Just talk to me. I know you got something on your mind. So he let that out. See my bud, I have a lot of work to do. I'm not gonna lie. I have schoolwork. I have yeah, just a bunch of schoolwork that I have to do, but it's gonna get done, so I'm not worried about that. My thorn, we have no thorns over here, so I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that.
I'll go.
Snap.
My, it's very far away. Rose, I am officially all the way immersed into the Spelman admissions office. So like I'm on SMIT, which is our social media influencer team, which y'all should check out our videos. They're really awesome. I'm an ambassador and I'm an office assistant. So I really just be in the admissions office chilling.
I love that you found your space.
I love the admissions office so much. But Thorn, I didn't have a good day on Monday. It was just like a snowball thing. It was a snowball. It's like from the moment I woke up until like midday.
Was it wake up on the bad side of the bed or wrong side of the bed type of
The
situation?
world woke up on the bad side of the bed with me.
Okay.
That's fair.
It was
You were fighting an uphill battle all day.
yes, but she ended when I started getting my nails done. Because I relaxed.
Self-care. Self-care.
How much it cost?
We're not starting that chat. It's not that
But they next
podcast.
up, so that's all that matters.
Okay, I'll go next. My rose. During track, I had to leave track practice early today because the podcast, you know. But no, it's okay. The coaches know
Okay.
people leave practices because they have obligations all the time.
Okay.
But I left practice early today. But while I was there, some alumni of the track team, they graduated in 2015 and 2016. They stopped by. They paid a kind of a surprise visit to the coach, and they talked to all the other athletes currently on the team. And the conversation was very intimate. I really appreciate that they came here. And alumni come here all the time, so I love when alumni come over. My thorn, though, is that I got 5 hours of sleep.
That's a good night.
Good.
It's a great night.
We need to talk about that later.
I stayed up late because I had to wash clothes, I had to clean my room, I had to do a little bit of work, and then I had to wake up early for the AUC Art Collective Symposium.
You came? Wow.
Yeah, we were at the keynote speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't regret anything though. I'm glad I did everything I needed to do. My butt are y'all doing buds?
No, I did
He
personally.
did.
Okay.
He's the only one that did the
I do have a bud because I have an internship, right? And I meet with them online every Friday.
The same one from last semester?
Yes.
You want to explain it?
Okay, so I have an internship, a remote internship with an organization called Doves Network, and my job is to create graphics for their social media. And their mission is to create spaces and opportunities for children to heal after they've witnessed or suffered from domestic violence. So I meet with my boss, I guess, every Friday. But I left the symposium early to make my meeting, but I forgot that the meeting was rescheduled for the month of March to Tuesday. So I was like, oh, okay, great, no meeting, I guess. So I just did work on my own. So that was my day.
Let's see. I got a lot of roses actually, guys.
That's good.
100%. Woke me up this morning. Got fresh cut. Let's see. I was struggling about that. Let's see though. I actually woke up to a beautiful text message this morning. I felt so special. First day of March too. Somebody hit me up and was like, "You seem like an extraordinary man." And I was like, "Wow, like thank you." Just because of the content I post, like I try to put out positive energy and positive, messages and everything. Make people feel good. Be a thermostat, not the thermometer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a word.
That's what most say all the time. Yeah.
So that's all I'm about. Just try to be impactful and everything. Let's see a thorn though. I don't really have no thorns.
That's good.
I don't really have no thorns. A bud would be last weekend, Wake Forest Business School. They flew me out to North Carolina and visited the business school and everything. The application process was kind of like hard, not gonna lie, applying for graduate school, but I got my interview next Tuesday. So I feel
That's a
good.
rose.
I mean, it's kind of like I don't know how I feel about it, you know.
Okay.
So
you don't know which way it's gonna go.
yeah, I don't know which way to go. Like,
But you in the door.
yeah, I'm in the door.
So you should feel good that they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
I'm counting it as a rose.
Sending you positive vibes for
Thank
that.
you.
Okay. So, alright. So obviously you guys know why we're here. We're talking about, mental health and the sports relates to that. There's I feel like there's a big intersection of how people use sports as their outlet all the time, or they use it as a place to escape, but also I feel like once you get into it career-wise, it can be a hindrance on this. And that's what we kind of talked about on our last episode with sports mental health, but I also want to just extend on it today. So my first question, we're just going to dive literally right in, is what do you think the conversation around emotions and mental health for Black men is missing particularly today?
You got it.
It's presence. It just doesn't happen. So something I've been thinking about is that I see a lot. I spoke through Twitter a lot, so I know Twitter's not real life and all that. But I see a lot of people saying, "Oh, nobody cares about men's mental health." It's mostly men saying this stuff. And right, I think a lot of responsibility falls on. Okay, so first, Black men's mental health issues, they're valid. They're all valid, right? But a lot of conversation also has to fall on us to start those conversations, because when we're grown men and in college and getting jobs, nobody's going to want to do the work for us. So that's my answer.
And what's that?
You guys can just talk.
Yeah.
Tell us
Give it to me one more time.
Okay, so my question was, what do you feel like the conversation around mental health as it pertains to Black men is missing today?
As athletes or just in general?
In general, just to start us off.
Yeah, to piggyback off of Phoenix, I do think there is a sense of it does feel like no one cares in a sense, but I believe those who you hang around, if you hang with the right people, the right stock, they will show you, they will give you a sense of care for your mental health, which will eventually improve how you feel within your life. So I mean, I think it's one thing to feel down, which we all do. It's part of life and it's needed, but you have to be your own springboard. And I think just that period of being down will allow you to realize no, I have to get back up. So, and like I said, that environment that you surround yourself with will help you, because it's hard out here just by being by yourself. If you don't have any support, everyone needs that.
And I think you're a living testament to that. Just how you were talking about how you were supporting your friend. You were like, something's wrong with you. Come on, let's talk it out. So yeah,
I think you're making progress to bridge that gap between not talking about it and making people understand that we need to talk about it. So we're not talking and talking.
Yeah.
To piggyback off of what Elijah said, I'm a strong proponent of people's villages. Your village is really, to me, who you should look for, in those times where you need a check-in, etc. And I've been very blessed to have a pretty good village that expands to this day. And I feel like in society as a whole, not even just as Black men, we've become very closed off, a lot more self-centered, and a lot of those problems that I see come when you are in that self-centered state. Your mind's a dark place. We all know that. And if you don't have people to bounce those dark ideas off of, if you need it, or maybe just get it off your chest, they kind of just stick with you and you harbor them, and that leads to other things. So really just curating the right village for you. I think that should be everybody's focus.
I kind of think that goes into my next question, because I feel like what I personally perceived is that a lot of black men feel like there's not enough room to be like vulnerable without like there being a sort of stigma or like y'all's masculinity being questioned.
It'll be recycled back to you in a way that could hurt.
Yeah. And so my thing is, how do you currently deal with vulnerability? Like, that's going off me.
I'm trying to think. I'm vulnerable to the people I trust in, I guess is the best way to describe it. I'm not the biggest like emotional person per se, but there are definitely people I feel comfortable, rocking with it when like certain things happen in my life. Obviously my family, but then I definitely have, the friends, and we as guys, we always make the self-depreciating jokes and everything, and make fun of pain because it helps you get over it faster, per se. But I feel like I kind of am vulnerable with both sides of that because you need it. You can't just be completely down, because one of the things my dad says, world don't wait for you, right? So you can't be down all the time, but you also can't be completely self-depreciating as well. You'll get stuck that way. So yeah.
Can I go back a little bit and double click on that last question? You talked about like self-centeredness and everything, and I feel like as black men in general, but specifically black men, like we taught at a young age that like toughen up. You know what I'm saying? Like don't hold your head down and everything. Like those are good things, but at the same time, like we gotta be able to like feel our feelings. But it's like from a foundational stage, like we're being taught to, just just suppress it and everything. Like keep pushing through like whatever and whatnot. And it kind of made me. I was in a dark place, I think, when I was at Georgia Southern, so I didn't start out at Morehouse and everything. And I needed another place to go because it didn't feel like home. The environment just wasn't for me, but I found that home when I came to Morehouse. And then I came around a community that, like, brothers look like me, but they understand me as well. And I feel like that's the biggest thing, because one thing Morehouse taught me was Ubuntu. I am because we are, I think they came from it's like a South.
Founding philosophy.
Yeah.
Sub-Saharan African.
Yeah. And I'm glad I learned. I'm glad I like Morehouse is a community where you can be you, and you got a lot of different personalities, a lot of different everything. But it's dope for real. So I say like the foundation plays a big part into like why men struggle with like mental health and everything. But if we have men like ourselves, as we grow up and we start our own families and everything, we can kind of like change that course as well. Like that village like we talked about.
I want to extend on what I said earlier about men starting their own conversations. It's never easy. I want to put that out there. I don't want to make anything I say sound like I'm just saying, oh, don't be down. Like, oh, just be happy, because if you're struggling, you've probably heard that 1,000 times. And you're probably already trying that. And I say that because your friends should want to help you. Like by default, your friends should want to help you. And if they don't, or if they're hesitant, then you're around the wrong people.
And I want to piggyback off that because, we've all been saying, like that village is so important. Like you said about that question, I think as black men we usually don't talk about it because the question is never asked. So we feel like we don't have an outlet to kind of just let everything flow, let how our true emotions, our true feelings feel inside of ourselves, and just like how we don't really have a place to say those things unless somebody gives us like the go to say that. So I think we just need to stay with those people.
And to answer your question about vulnerability,
You got it.
You don't have to repeat the moment if you don't want to. It's okay.
English is hard.
You want us to go to the next one? English
Or
is
do
hard.
you have more to say after that? Cause we still.
I'm trying to remember what I have more to say other than I cry. I don't know.
That's powerful.
I feel like that's it. I cry.
That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
Sometimes you just need to like.
Put that take care on.
Yeah, that Marvin's room. Okay.
I want
Marvin's room hard though.
I want to know who started that. I want to know who made that quote. Like real men don't cry.
I want to know that too, cause like it made it just because like I'm very vulnerable with my emotions by myself and like with my mom and my grandma. Like who said you can't cry?
Exactly. Jesus will.
Jesus wept. Jesus
that.
wept.
I respect that.
And that's
but
exactly why.
can I be the devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
I don't hate the quote.
Okay.
Only reason why I don't hate it, the world can't see you cry as a black man. To me personally,
Okay.
I'm not saying that you can't.
But cry
But, like,
private.
Yeah.
Okay.
With your people, i.e.
Okay.
the village again.
Expand on why you feel like the world can't see black men cry.
Like I said earlier, the world don't wait for nobody, especially not us. And people, especially as I'm like now in the real world, any chance of vulnerability that people can find on you, they're gonna take and try to exploit it.
Yeah.
So, like in that sense, I understand the quote. I don't necessarily like it in its full.
You don't like it 100%.
Yeah, but I understand it. To protect yourself, you can't let the world see you cry. To me.
I respect that.
Yes.
I respect that for you.
So, yeah, going off of that, you kind of talked about a lot. So the overarching theme I'm hearing from y'all here is community and village. So going back, I just want to allow you guys to have the opportunity to talk about, first of all, like what's what you're playing and like your relationship with your team, and how being a student athlete is like a lot. Like y'all waking up, whatever. So I just want to see give y'all the opportunity to talk about that, and if you feel like you had the opportunity to be vulnerable with your team, or have like when you needed a moment, you could have a moment.
I also feel like we should talk about it because you used to dance and then I used to cheer.
Yeah.
So I
We
feel
can
like
talk
we
about
can
it.
answer this question as well.
I'm gonna be so transparent with you know what? I'll let y'all.
I mean, you started already.
I knew that was
Get your foot up, might as well
I knew that was going.
with okay, so in the dance studio that I grew up in, I definitely
That's not how you started.
No, I know, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
She was like.
I'm taking my time. Slow, steady wins the race.
Okay.
So
Okay, 20s. Okay.
What if that was my 15th reason?
I'm sorry.
We're over here trying to practice money one day. You over here making
It was perfect.
I love you, but okay, can I?
Okay, go ahead.
Don't get mad at me.
No one else interrupt my friend.
Hey, somebody take a screenshot of her face right there.
She has the floor. No more interruptions from dear Mira Donaldson.
I have the floor. Thank you for so much. Okay, so basically, in the dance studio I grew up with, I feel like that whole studio taught me how being physical with my body could in turn reflecting relationships that I have with other people. We were doing dances on things that there was a dance my choreographer made about suicide and stuff like that. So that's me.
Moms.
What?
No, because they also had one off of suicide.
I'm just saying that yes. Art. I mean, okay, dance is a sport and also an art form. So a lot of our things are things that we take from internally to provide an external sort of manifestation of that. So that made me realize I could connect with people on a different level, just being physical with their bodies. But that made me value the sense of community that my art form and my sport gave me. But I think at Spelman it's a little different because it's a minor, right? So it's academic, there's a syllabus, there's all that type of stuff. So it's a little different. So no, I don't think there's a lot of space for me to lean on them, but I don't need it though. I don't need it. Like, I have it in different areas, so, and I'm not with them as much as you guys would be with your team. So, yeah, but I would love to hear. Oh, yeah, you can go, Kayla.
Oh, okay. I was gonna let them go, but I'll go. I cheered competitively from 1st grade all the way to 12th grade. So, and then 8th and 9th grade, I dislocated my knee twice. So I dislocated once in 8th, and then not even a year and a half later, I dislocated again at practice. First time was at a competition.
Mm-hmm.
I think when I first dislocated my knee, I started to lose my passion, especially at that gym specifically, because of how it was treated when I dislocated my knee. Because we were at a competition, we were in the back warming up, and y'all heard that?
Yeah.
It's over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw the vision. I saw it.
So like the way my coach responded is crazy because we have the same name. Her name is also Kayla. Never forget her, and it's for the worst reason possible. She told me basically that she didn't care that I was hurt and that I still had to go on, and that if I she didn't want me to tumble, but she was like, if you are, do your standing tumbling. Mind you, that's the same thing I got hurt on. So like that was not helpful, but when I went to my gym that I was in from 11th to 12th grade, so the last 2 years of my career, they really built that sense of community that I lacked at my old gym. And I will forever be thankful for that gym. It is technically one of the best gyms in the country, Sheer Athletics, Charlotte location. Okay. But my coaches really definitely built my confidence back up in myself and in my skills, and just built my passion back for the sport. Yeah, I love my coaches, Shannon and Josh. Okay.
Yeah, y'all tell us about your little sports.
You
Go ahead.
Yeah, so my sport was football and everything. Grew up playing. I think I first played when I was like maybe 6, 7 years old. To be honest, I wasn't vulnerable within my sport growing up until I got to Morehouse. And I'll tell you why. Like, where I'm from, like, it's either sports or you probably doing something that you don't know business doing, because it's not a lot of opportunity in my city. I'm from a small city in Alabama. But specifically when I got to Morehouse, we lacked a lot of necessities that you would think would be necessary for somebody to succeed, and especially from a collegiate level. We didn't have no strength coach, no weight room. My first year, we didn't even have a football field. So it's like we packing up guys every single morning at 4 in the morning trying to find a field around the city of Atlanta to try to practice.
Was your first year 2021 when we came back? I remember that.
And literally like,
that was crazy.
like it was, and I transferred into that.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
And I instantly kind of went into like a leadership role and everything on the football team. So like I was vulnerable, but I was only vulnerable with like certain guys, because it was like, man, I gotta strap up my boots and get to work. And some mornings we'd go to a park or Lakewood Stadium or something. The gate would be locked, and so then we couldn't even practice, and we had to come back in the afternoon and try it again, not knowing if we can use the facility or not. So that's some of the things that I went through and some of my teammates went through from the football side. But I was definitely able to be vulnerable with some of my teammates, and that just made me a better leader. At the end of the day, my second year, got voted team captain. We didn't have the best year, but I love
Clark,
those guys.
Yo, that's all that's you beat Clark.
So it matter at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For sure.
But will you say that you really assumed that leader position because you came from a place that had all those things? You had a strength coach, you had a field even, you had a weight room. So did you feel obligated in a sense to take on that role?
I didn't feel obligated. It kind of just, to be honest, like I wasn't expecting it. It kind of just found me. Like I just showed up every single day, not really complaining, because you said the best. Like the world don't wait on you. You know what I'm saying? So like that's the cards that I was dealt. I just had to figure out the best way to play. And so I never really complained. Still showed up early wherever we was gonna practice at, because I wanted to be successful on the field. And a lot of the guys, my coaches, had seen that, so they put me in that leadership position.
Alright, I guess I'll go. So in the fall, I run cross country. Do y'all know what cross country is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I don't have to explain it. In the fall, I run cross country.
Do you run into a lot of people that don't know about cross country?
A few people do ask what is cross country. A lot of them like think that and track are the same
So for the
thing.
viewers that
So I guess I will explain it.
yeah.
Okay, so it's easy. Cross country is basically distance running on natural terrain. So every cross country race is on trail or in some forest or on some grass. And each cross country race, okay, so during the regular college season of cross country, most races you'll run are 8Ks, 8 kilometers, 5 miles. Regional championship races are 10Ks, 10 kilometers, that's 6.2 miles. So that's essentially what cross country is. Occasionally you run a 5K, that's 3 miles, but those are rare in college. So I run that in the fall. For this semester, I come early on campus for the spring semester because indoor track is in January and sometimes early February. And then I run outdoor track from March to April. So I'm like in season year round. That must have been one funny joke.
Do you do distance for like indoor and outdoor too, or do you?
Yes, I'm a distance runner. So my main event's a 3,000 meter steeplechase. It's the event.
I love a good steeplechase.
It's the event with the water. Yes.
The water.
I love steeplechase.
I came on as a freshman running the 5,000. That's 12 and a half laps.
Is that unheard of, or is that normal?
12 and a half.
It's pretty normal. Like for people who like don't keep up with track, that's unheard of. But yeah, for most college people, that's pretty normal.
Okay.
And I also run a 1,500. That's 3 3/4 of a lap. Anyways, as a distance runner, I have to do like miles on miles on miles outside of practice. And those D1 athletes, they put in at least 60 miles a week. I'm at 40. So my most frequent injury, I don't like always get injured, but my most frequent injury is what's called runner's knee. It's when you run so much where your knee just can't work anymore.
I think my grandma had that too.
Yeah,
she was
it's
also trying.
damage to the cartilage under the knee. And my roommate gets on my butt about it because he thinks I have an overworking habit, and
I see that.
I kind of
I see
agree,
that.
because something I wanted to talk about is, it doesn't have to be like now, but something in the alley of mental health of athletes is that overworking habit, and which often comes from that pressure we're put under to perform, and so that pressure on top of men not being allowed to cry or like should be vulnerable, that just piles up and piles up. So that leads to a very huge mental issue among Black athletes and Black men. When I came on the team, on the cross country team as a freshman, I was very intimidated actually, because everybody was faster than me. I was super humbled, and I just didn't know what to do. I wanted to be physically active, but was I going to help the team? And so I practiced with the team, but I didn't get my physical in time or anything, so I didn't run in any races. But we didn't have indoor track freshman year, so we were just preparing for outdoor. And so come outdoor, I got more used to the track team and cross country team because we're with each other year round. Because cross country runners, they also run track in the spring, and so I'm with them year round, and so I got more comfortable with them, and so I was kind of like relaxed my shoulders and all. I was more social, and in the athletic banquet, at my freshman year, at the end of the year, all of Morehouse's athletes just had dinner together, and we gave out awards. I won most inspirational athlete.
Aww. I thought you would have said most improved.
No, that went to someone who deserved it more. But I was.
No,
more,
he said he wasn't the fastest. So.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I know.
It was a little pause.
I do want most improved. I am going after most improved.
See?
But for now,
It was a little pause.
It was the way
You said it and then the pause.
but for now, I'm most inspirational, and I didn't think I would. I pointed to myself like me. But anyways, the track team and cross country team, we have a very strong bond because of how much time we spend with each other. We have no choice but to open up to each other because if you run cross country or track, most of your friends at Morehouse will probably come from that team because practice is like 5 days a week.
Y'all be practicing.
Yeah, practice is. But I could like go on and on about like the workouts and everything, but I'm not the only one on this podcast. So, I'm very thankful of the bond I have with Morehouse's cross country and track teams. I feel like it's almost like a privilege to practice under the teammate and coaches we have. So, I just couldn't imagine myself going anywhere else. So that's where I come from.
Let me start. The only reason why I'm doing this, you got here when it was good. So I say this like in utmost seriousness. The baseball team is the closest team on Morehouse, strictly because we all suffer together, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah.
What I mean by that, never had a field on campus. My freshman year, if y'all are familiar with Perkinson Park, you know, we practice at Perkinson Park. If anybody's been to that field, it's overrun with fire ants. Obviously, we had the community doing stuff to it. We had a serial pooper my freshman year.
Wait, what?
A serial pooper, like literally, homeless dude would use the bathroom on the field, wipe himself, and just leave it there. Still gotta practice though. What else?
Nah.
Didn't have
Like I thought that's what you meant, but I was like, no, that's not what he meant, Kayla.
So crazy, right? But didn't have buses. Y'all got buses to practice now. We used to carpool. I'll never forget. Close enough. Used to carpool. I'll never forget. My mom got so mad at me one day because she called me, like FaceTime me. I'm in the back of my teammate's pickup truck driving in Atlanta, like on the highway, like nothing was wrong. Yeah, like literally in the
That's very Southern culture though.
But it was what we had to do to get to practice. So, you know, it's definitely a privilege, but it's like the most, I tell them now, because I'm an alum, I come around and everything, it's the most fun 4 years of your life because you kind of just suffering with everybody, but like in a good way. So, yeah, he can tell you about the good stuff. He's still there.
Yes, I'm also a player on the Maroon Tiger baseball team. I'm the shortstop, sophomore shortstop. I would say vulnerability has been a big addition to my athletic career. My freshman year, I took it all in. Loved playing for Morehouse. Had some stressful moments. Had some moments I wanted to lash out on some people, but you know that's.
You lashing out? Like, that's something like
They had to get you there.
That's what I'm saying. They had to do something wrong.
But that just comes from the competitive side of me. So,
Okay.
So like I have to be in that element to really want to get on somebody. But
Yeah, Travis Kelce.
That's
something
hilarious.
like that. But yeah, when it comes to vulnerability, that like what KJ said, that idea of suffering together, it really keeps us it really does keep us together because we're all going through something. And like what Phoenix said, we have no choice but to open up. So I picked I call him one of my mentors. Unfortunately, he is not at Morehouse anymore. He's moved on to Georgia Tech for engineering. But he was just like, because my number is 6, he's like, 6. Just call me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna call you. I would literally just let it all flood, let it all go towards him, and he'd just be like, yo, just gotta control what you can control.
Wonder where you learned that from.
Also, side note, I don't mean to interrupt, but like people can get angry, and I don't mean like elaborate on it, but people can get angry. Like, and I play ultimate frisbee in high school. My anger problem is huge. I would punch the ground in the middle of the field. I know, that's why I'm saying this. You don't expect it from people. People get really competitive. And like, if you've seen people watch sports, they get angry too. You've seen videos of people like, breaking TVs. And I just wanted to bring it up because the way you said you didn't expect someone like him to get angry, I'm like, people can get angry at sports. Some people put their life and
You're
soul
literally the
into
calmest
it.
person I know.
There you go.
That's the calm ones when you gotta worry out. Watch out for it.
But yeah, I would say, and sometimes like you said, sports is like a way for us to kind of like let everything go. I do find myself sometimes, I guess I'm known for this, and I'm in the Spelman parking deck, doing my little. Why you say that? Why you say that?
Why you no pocket deck?
Why are you assuming I'm doing something I'm not supposed to be
I
doing?
got one right here.
Why
I
are you
didn't say
assuming?
that.
Why are you assuming I'm doing
She
something?
just
I'm not
said
supposed
she
to
just
do?
had a noise.
That noise carried a lot of weight.
It did.
Well,
But
why you in the
yes,
parking deck?
I'm practicing. I have my little glove. I have my little lacrosse ball.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's actually one of my ways I kind of just kind of decompress, because if I feel like I'm one behind on something, or if I'm like really stressed, I'll kind of just use practice as a way to just calm myself down, slow myself down, and just figure everything out. So.
He do be in there, girl. I saw him the other day. He scared me. I was walking back. I was trying to get home. He's talking about. I don't even know what you did, but I was like.
I was like Mira, and I pointed at you. You're like, you didn't even look at me. You looked up.
That's like a not even a trauma response, but like a response like had as like a woman. So like if someone's trying to talk to you, you don't know them, and like they're
you turning your head.
Yeah, I was kind of far away too. So.
I couldn't see it.
I would have looked. If I didn't see you, I would have kept walking.
Like hello. Anyway, continue. My fault.
Oh no, that's all I had to say.
And I guess my follow up with that is like, y'all talk about you had a serial pooper. You try to figure out how.
Absolutely.
Where were you?
A serial what?
At the
Pooper,
birthday.
a serial pooper.
Where were you?
You missed that?
We're here.
I didn't hear the word pooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, the homeless man
That's
that
not
we
the-
used
Oh,
to.
I remember.
Okay,
Ferguson.
so we have serial
Ferguson.
poopers. We have
No field.
stadiums being locked up. So I'm curious as to when your sport, where your team is not that refuge that you're looking for, where do you go to? The collective black.
No,
I'm trying to think of how to answer it.
Okay, so I'll say this. For me, I've kind of learned myself, and maybe I just haven't gotten to that point in life where I'm really able to express fully, but I'm very jokey, I'm very lighthearted, so I don't really take things to heart unless it really matters. So one of my things is I'll go to my RA, I'll knock on his door. It's
that's a good
I'll
relationship.
just.
You can't do that.
What do you mean? I had a relationship with my RA freshman year.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's because I'm COVID class.
Yeah.
Continue.
But yeah, I'll just knock on my RA's door, and I'll break down what's going on to him, even though I know it's not that serious and I'll figure it out. But
You just have to let it
yeah,
out.
exactly, just to let it out, just to get it off of me and just be able to tell somebody.
I was blessed to come down here with 5 other people from my high school in my class.
That's good.
And 2 people I knew from outside of school. So whenever something happened, I'd be in Du Bois or in the suites in their room, just being like, man, you won't believe what happened today. And you got your friends that be real animated. They'd be like, no. I would need that, because it would be I would be laughing at you. You do, you really do. Cause it's funny. So they were my outlet, cause they wouldn't believe what was happening, but then they'd be like, hey, it's Morehouse. He'd be like, yeah, he'd be good. So that was my outlet outside of the team. Oh, we have all of
It's
this.
dead.
Shady.
Yeah, we have to share one mic.
It's okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But anyways, my first answer to that question is my roommate, which is kind of a half answer because my roommate's my best friend and workout partner. So like we're on the team together, but but he notices my body language off the team as well. I feel like I don't know.
He's like the Venus to your Serena.
Whatever that means. But I'm kidding.
She said real sister.
That's
what she said.
Okay,
Thank you.
but she's right. Because I've known my roommate since freshman year, but we're just now becoming roommates, and we were already best friends in college before this year, and now our bond is just growing. So I just feel the most comfortable around him. I feel more comfortable around him than pretty much everybody else on campus.
That's real.
Who can let you off the team? Do you know how many people in the AUC are from Philly?
A lot.
We have a whole club.
Y'all do.
Yes.
Y'all Philly could be funny as hell.
Yes.
So funny.
My Eagles fly.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Anyways.
I know.
Anyways, I have two people. Okay, well, one graduated. There are two people in the AUC I went to high school with. And so I know for a fact I was able to put trust in them just because I've been familiar with them for so long as well. And the people in Philly Club, by the way, I'm the official photographer of the Philly Club.
Official.
I'm still the official. But anyways, I feel comfortable in Philly Club because it feels good knowing how many people know where you came from. You know, if that makes sense. Just how many people you just kind of I guess grew up around without knowing that they existed. It's you're just from the same city as them, so that just knowing just how many people have the same background as you, that's very comforting as well.
How real do y'all want me to get?
Yeah, go ahead.
Speak your truth.
Yeah, go.
Speak your truth.
Well, outside of my teammates, they was going through everything I was going through. On campus, I ain't really had nobody to talk to like that. I mean, I was in a relationship.
I do remember you saying that.
She ain't listen no way, so it's all good.
You be like that.
That was honest.
If you want to be honest, I ain't gonna name drop or nothing like that, but
I hope she's not seeing.
if she is,
It's gonna be the one she sees.
Yeah, she knows who she is.
It's gonna be the one she sees.
She knows the truth. But I'll say that I would call my brother from back home, honestly. Which sucks because he miles and miles away. Well, not miles and miles. Alabama right there, but still it's not a lot of people.
You can't just walk across.
Yeah. There's not a lot of people in the AUC from Alabama. Plus, I didn't have no roommate. I stayed in a single suite, so I was thankful for that. But at the same time, isolated and everything. So, plus when I transferred everything, a lot of my class, I transferred into other classes. So a lot of my people in my class, they was already moved off campus and everything. This is a whole nother problem because housing and everything of that nature. So they had to find places elsewhere in the city. So really just my brother, honestly, but I just talked to God. Honestly, just be like, God, you led me here for a reason. I'm supposed to be here. So I'm just going to push through it. And that's what I did.
Also, I want to briefly bring up, because when you mentioned that you call your brother, I do call mine too. It reminded me how a lot of mental health talk, a lot of mental health talk in Black men isn't really mental health talk, it's humor. We find we make ourselves feel better by making jokes, and these don't even have to be like self-deprecation jokes or anything. They could just be jokes, because it's kind of like faking it until you make it, I guess. Because It just plays into the idea of like acting happy when you aren't really that happy. So sometimes you just need a joke to make you laugh.
You go deeper on that a little bit.
I can. So I'm going to be very transparent. My image on campus is very like jokey, very happy, very outgoing. And sometimes like there'll be a day or two or three where I'm not really myself. I'm like not really, and I'll say not myself because I'm not as jokey, I'm not as happy, or not as jokey, not as outgoing because like one I'm focusing on something that needs to get done, so I'll be very quiet, very in my own world, in my own space. And people know who I am because of that aura, that outgoing aura. So people will pick up on me, like yo, you okay? You're not being EP. Like that's one of my nicknames on campus. It's like you're not being EP. You're not cracking jokes. You being by yourself. It's like it's one thing that I do have to work on because I have to be like transparent with others, but I'm trying to figure out where I'm going with this. But let it flow. But I remember what I was gonna say. It's because there will be a day where I question if people really know how I feel, because I give that portrayal of like I'm always happy, but like there will be days I'm like I'm not happy. I'm not. So those are the days where I'm like using my heads down, I'm just like staying in my own world, and I'm trying to get back to a place where I can pick it up. So, and it's funny because I always give that portrayal, but I know people don't know when I'm like really not feeling that way. So it's just something I figured out.
Mm-hmm. And when you're not feeling that way, do you feel like people are receptive to like where you're at?
It's a two-way street because yes, but I don't always notice it either. So like that's where like when I told my friend to come to my room and just speak to me, I'm like, yo, just come talk to me because I know I would want the same. I would want the same if somebody saw me like I'm having a hard time going through something, to be able to just like invite me into a space where I'll be able to express myself. It's just something that it's a two-way street. It has to be given and offered.
How was it done?
I thought you were tearing up.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Period.
Excuse me, I say giving off. I meant giving it the same.
Wait, how can we?
No.
You just clarify.
Yeah.
Just clarify.
Yeah.
The watchers will understand.
I got lost in the sauce.
I guess where I want to go with this next is like the fact that y'all feel like I think the fact that you just said that just resonated with me a little bit because it seems like an overall theme too about how like when you are having a bad day you feel like you were saying like you're putting on a face and stuff like that. So why I understand you were like I know you were saying that like sometimes you feel like the reason why you put on the face is like because you feel like the world isn't like you just gotta do it, like you just gotta like the world's not like not everyone's gonna be but I just wanted to extend on that a little bit.
So like just because I feel bad doesn't mean that my responsibility end. So it's not good to understand as well like with your responsibilities that even though you yourself may not be feeling good, your presence impacts other people and that takes precedent. And because of that, it's like, do I want to do it today? Nah, but I got to, And it's funny you said a face. I wrote a paper about this, interviewing one of my uncles. He's the president of sociology at NYU. I could be wrong about the department, but yeah. And he was like,
if he sees this, he gonna be offended.
it's okay.
Especially
He'll be
if you're
alright.
wrong.
He'll be alright. The mask is a real thing though. Like, and we as human beings do it, but it's especially prevalent for black people in general because we have a bunch of masks that we have to juggle every day, you know? And some people find solace in the mask too.
Yeah.
Like, it becomes numbing to an extent because it's like you keep yourself focused long enough, you don't really think about what's really going on with you. And is that healthy? No, but it works. So it's like that, you know?
Yeah, my mom and I were actually talking about this earlier in the day. I'm not gonna say about what, I don't want to put that person on blast. But a lot of people do put on a mask and then they'll take it off when they get home, but then they'll forget to put it back on when they leave their house. So, and it can be good, it can be bad, what the mask is and what they're trying to hide. But I think it's important that we all learn that we don't always need a mask, and it's better and easier to be ourselves.
Yeah.
Because then, even if that mask isn't, what you're trying to mask isn't good, at least that person that you're interacting with will know who you are and where they stand with.
Exactly.
No, and that's exactly why I wanted to kind of go off of that, because I feel like, well, particularly personally, I think God has been shifting me to be able to learn how to be vulnerable with people and like be comfortable with that, because I feel like as Spelmanites also too, like, you know, and I feel like as Black people period, like we try to, like, we have to put on this aura of like being perfect. We talk about Black excellence all the time, but I think that, you know, when you're transparent about your feeling, like not just like, you know, being like, okay, like not just like, not just for lack of better words, just not like, just like not letting people know that you're having a bad day, or like not showing up as you would and not giving any defense to it. I think when you do explain yourself, you're able to find people like Elijah who will, you know, go to your room and be like, okay, like what's up, like, because you're verbally telling them what you need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you talked a little about how you lean on your faith a little bit. What does that look like to you?
I just wake up every day, give God thanks for another day, but like I really get my word though. Honestly, my favorite Bible verse. Ooh, wow. Give that 3 seconds. Bible verse. My
There you
favorite
go.
Bible verse.
I think I know it.
It's Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not to your own understanding, and always acknowledge Him, and He will direct your path or make your path straight. I mean, it's different translations out there, but I really just try to remember that every single day as I'm moving about, knowing that He's ordering my steps, and that it's a reason why I'm in the position that I am, and I'm always looking for the positive, you know, dark situation as well. What can I learn from a dark situation? Like I learned a lot from that 2021 football season. I know that like, by me getting through that, I can get through anything. Like you can throw dirt on my name, shake me up, beat me up, whatever. I can still get up. I have a choice to still get up. So that's kind of like what that looks like for me. Is there like a specific thing like you look for as far as like the questions? As far as, like,
I think you answered it right.
What other outlets do you guys have? Besides your sport.
That's my favorite outlet too. My mama.
I'll go ahead. Definitely faith. Speaking on like going to the family part of it, my father has gotten me through so much. I'm very thankful for my father. I don't know how many times freshman year I called him, and it's not out of like panic or anything. It's just like, how do I go about this? Because I know, you know, Morehouse, not even Morehouse, but just college in general. Like, it wouldn't be for, like, if it weren't for God, I wouldn't be here in this position. None of us would. But I'm also trying to make sure I finish these 4 years. So I'm also like, Dad, how do I go about this so nothing gets stirred up in a way I don't want it to go? And he's been able to give me some guidance that I never would have thought of. And he's equipped me with some tools that I have put in my toolbox to be able to bring up in the right situations so that I can communicate and just work for the benefit of my situation. So I think my father is definitely one of those outlets and one of those people that gets me through some things.
I'll take it. Definitely both, like my family as well. My family is like the 4 of us. It's me, my mom, my dad, my little brother. We're kind of, I don't want to say closed off to everybody else, we're not, but we kind of just stay in that tight-knit group. We'll be doing group FaceTime calls like once a week, even to this day. And those are just a great way to unpack everything that happened to you during the week. And my parents have been very good in really letting me and my little brother unpack things the way that, in the way that we feel in the moment, right? They're not the type of parents to if I feel the need to curse somebody out, they ain't gonna be on me about that, right? And vice versa. So they really let us let our emotions flow. But then they also, how do I say this? They also are very proponent, strong. What's wrong with the 4 year? They also make sure that we know that we can really only be that way with them as opposed to other people. So that's what my outlet is. And then the goofier, sillier ones, the game never hurt nobody. The game be great. So, yeah.
I would also say my family, just not in a sense of talking about my problems, because I can talk to them about my problems, but just talking to them just about stuff makes me feel so much better, especially my brothers. My dad does the funniest things. Every time I make a purchase, it could be a $2 bus ticket, or it could be I don't know, something from a vending
Never
machine.
heard of a $2 bus ticket.
$2.50, however much the martyr costs.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking like road trip.
Like the Greyhound.
Yeah.
Nah, I've never heard of
to New York.
$1?
Yeah.
For what?
I'm being so serious. Like a megabus.
A $1 megabus?
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen that.
I've never seen that.
I don't think it's
$1.
I'm not saying I've taken it. And look, you
I
can't
wanna know
false
someone that
advertise.
took it.
You can't false advertise.
Yeah.
Anyways, I could buy a train ticket or food, or new clothes. My dad would call me almost immediately. He'd Phoenix, what did you spend $2 on?
Wow.
Every time.
But I will say, when the football team is on their A game, they are on their A game.
Yeah.
I will give y'all flowers in that perspective.
Last year, I would say last year's. I'm so sorry, we're definitely cutting it. But last year's not 2023, but 2022.
The Clark game?
Yes, the
Oh,
Clark
that
game.
was my favorite game.
That was a fun game. Yeah.
And I will even include high school. That was my
They did have
favorite
the
football
funeral.
game.
They did have the funeral.
That's why they had to beat them.
Can I speak on that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
please. I want your perspective as a player at that time.
So, I don't know, the year before 2021, we was 1 game away. If we would have beat Albany State, we would have went to the conference championship. That would have been the first time in 20 plus years. And it just goes to say, we went through a lot of adversity, like I spoke about the field and everything. That whole entire week, we didn't practice because we had a COVID outbreak. And so we went into the game, we only lost 14-10, and it was the #1 team in the conference. It was undefeated. And that was heartbreaking for a lot of guys. Then next year, the 2022 season, we figured out. We had a lot of high hopes and a lot of high expectations. We had a lot of guys back. We just couldn't finish games, but it was a lack of conditioning as well, because we didn't have a strength coach. We would go into the games and we would be really competitive up until maybe midway through the third quarter, then we start to deteriorate after a while. It's like, okay.
Because y'all would get winded.
Yeah, we
I would notice that.
But that card game that y'all speaking, yeah, it happened against Howard. It was 0-0 at halftime.
Yeah, I think I was the maddest at y'all for that game specifically. Because I really thought, like, at least we're not losing.
Yeah, we really didn't have a rotation at all. Like me, like Tyler, like we played the whole entire game. Like we literally played the whole entire game, and it's like they're rolling guys in and out, and like we're facing like a whole new lineup the whole entire game. And then like I play defense. If you went to the Morehouse games, you know how it goes and everything like that. You
Also the field.
We be on the field a lot.
80% of the time.
Yeah, 80% of the time. So your body starts to break down because you're constantly hitting somebody, hitting somebody. But specifically that card game, I had to say this. We were coming out of a football meeting, and their whole entire student
section, that's when they was walking
they literally confronted us coming out of our meeting and everything like that.
I didn't know that.
Because this is when y'all are in that one parking lot.
Right.
Yeah. And this is like it's behind the career services center.
Yeah.
And so like y'all walking that way, but they're walking down Brown Street. And then they see y'all, and then they bust that left. Yeah. And they start
they're harassing us and everything. They got the casket with the Morehouse M on it.
Yeah.
And a lot of guys, like, it wasn't a good season or anything like that, but we took that very personal.
As y'all should. I'll take it personal for you.
And so, like, when we went out for the captains to, like, shake hands and everything, we didn't shake their hand. Because it's like, oh, no, y'all finna get to work. And that game was physical and everything. Both teams didn't win a lot of games. I don't know why.
I think like 2-3 fights.
It was a very the momentum switched a lot for sure. That's what made it so like energetic and interesting. So
yeah, but we came out on top, and like all the seniors, like me, Tyler, Tez, a lot of those guys, we played the whole entire game. We were like, this is my deal, our last game. So we wanted to finish the story against them. And that's the most embarrassing moment probably ever in AUC history.
Because how you throw a funeral and lose?
They didn't lose, literally.
Like
They get your jersey taken. Gotta add that.
We did take
that jersey was definitely in the club that night.
Prior, the year before, we had beat them at their field. And
that was also my favorite game. That was a good game.
To their jersey again. And yeah, but it's just, look.
It's always a good game when Morehouse beats cards in my eyes.
What, we're going on 3 years, 4 years now?
3. Good times.
I wanted to clarify on what I said earlier when people want to see Morehouse lose. First, no doubt, Morehouse gets a lot of attention. And when I say people want to see Morehouse lose, I say that in reference to my experience running track because I can't speak for baseball or football.
I'll R5.
Yeah.
The only one that can say that.
But yeah, when people know, let me tell y'all a story.
I love this story.
Okay,
Story time,
so last year, so basically this time last year, in April, was the track and field conference championships. We came second. Right? We lost to Benedict College.
I remember that.
Right. Okay, so
Yes.
when
No, that's
no.
Oh, you're right. My fault.
When it was announced that Benedict won both men and women's track, these two guys. Okay, first conference was held at Morehouse.
It was.
I remember that.
So when it was announced that Benedict won, men and women, two guys ran across our field with their giant Benedict flag, right? And another person came onto the field with a speaker. They were holding it over their head like this, right? And so once the results were in and the winners were announced, the entire team just went onto our field and essentially had a dance party. And they didn't leave.
They danced on your
on
grave.
our field. They danced on our grave. And so we're in for a treat this year because first conference is going to be held again at Morehouse. Emory University's track is getting renovated, and they're hosting 2 meets at Morehouse, and they're good. We don't want them to make us look bad. I'm sure they won't, but we don't want them to make us look bad because they're good, right? And we have our own meet called the Morehouse Relays. It's the last weekend in March. So we're going to be staying on our campus running track for a long time.
I'll be there.
Really? I appreciate it. But there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. But yeah, the stakes are high this year. So.
Exhibit A.
Also, if y'all remember when Morehouse Beach Park that one year in the Rainbow Club?
I do!
I know, y'all.
Because it was raining. Me and my best friend were soaked. Like my best friend that I was mentioning that we've been friends since 6th grade, she came and visited me that day. Soaked. Loved it though.
Talking about finishing the story.
Like if the universe did me like that, I would be pissed.
That was right.
I got rain.
It was.
If that's what you're saying,
With that being said, you can close this conversation out with. Okay. Let me start again. 3, 2, 1. With that being said, we can close this conversation out. I just want you guys to pour into each other, right? So I just want you guys to tell, like people that are coming after you, how, like, advice on how to take care. Like, what would you tell them? What they need, you know?
First I want to speak to Elijah and Phoenix. Like, keep going, man. Like, the real world is brutal, but like, be prepared. Morehouse gonna prepare you. It's a transition going into like the workforce, or if y'all play y'all sports professionally or not, but just keep striving, keep God first, and you know, the sky's the limit. You can be able to call yourself Morehouse man. So I'm excited to see both of y'all do that, walk across the stages. To everybody listening, oh man,
I'm so sorry.
we'll talk about that offline for sure.
y'all don't even know. Don't even know.
To everybody watching though, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health and everything. There's only one you, so no better person to be but yourself. And love yourself. That's really all I got.
Yeah, let the old heads speak. For y'all, cherish senior week. Really cherish senior week. I know that sounds crazy, but like, please do. This will be the last time you gonna see a bunch of your friends for an extended period. I might even consider it first homecoming. Just know it's an extended period, and I don't care how tired you are. Go out. Trust me.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I regret missing some of the parties senior week because I was too tired because I was doing stuff, getting ready for graduation. You can be tired afterwards, you know.
That's real.
In terms of everybody else, if you want to come to Morehouse, it's an experience. It's not for everybody. You either love it or you don't. And in terms of like everyday life, really focus on building your village, your community. I feel like it's getting lost in a lot of people, and it's needed. And just keep pushing. You know, as long as you don't stop, you get something great every day. So keep pushing.
The advice I give is one of the first things I learned about running as a freshman at Morehouse. You're going to get tired. You're going to get burnt out. But that doesn't mean on its own that you should slow down, stop, or quit. Everybody gets tired. Everybody has pain. But what makes us feel better about it is when we confide in each other.
Wow.
Mine is real simple. Just stay resilient out there. At the end of the day, we all have to persevere, and you know, we're gonna make it through. in due time, we will make it through. It's not going to be easy all the time. It will be hard times, but it's what you see at the end of the road. It'll be worth it.
Period. Just like you close us out. Wonderful. Thank you, Peace Beard.
She never gonna not call you that.
That's usually good.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Tiger Talks. If you guys like this content, make sure to go check out our other episodes of the Maroon Tigers podcast. So, yeah, we're cool, you know? Yeah.
Make sure you follow, and subscribe to the Maroon Tiger on Instagram. We supposedly have Twitter and YouTube.
The winning team, the best team.
The best team.
Yeah, okay, so y'all can be your Instagrams.
I'm a modest guy. Special KJ underscore.
Special K.
All one word.
You're not leaving that down either. This is not happening.
Because it's a cereal.
That's why I did it.
That's
I did it when I was like
Yeah.
13. I thought it was like the coolest thing ever.
No, it is. It is.
I was 13.
No,
so.
it's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Special KJ1 underscore.
My Instagram, y'all, is at eg.p or period p99, all lowercase.
At Miramon with 2 underscores. I am
I changed my Instagram, y'all.
You did.
So it is, let me see if I remember correctly. Underscore Golden Girl 444. I did remember it. Period.
My Instagram is at 015 Phoenix. No periods, no underscores. It's just 015, then my name.
My Instagram is at C14 underscore Elijah, all lowercase ELIJH.
And y'all come out to 2466 Bordercrest Road at Gresham Park.
Shout out Gresham
Shout
Road.
out Gresham Road, man. Come out and see the
Yes,
Morehouse
sir.
Tigers baseball team play. Come on.
This is the one without the, what you call them?
The cereal hoover.
It's like the nice view. The nice one. Big
All right.
Shout out the Braves.
Morehouse's first track meet of the outdoor season is tomorrow, Saturday, March 2nd. We are going to South Carolina, South Wesleyan University. Yes, that's in Central South Carolina. We'll be there all day. It's a one-day meet. Wish me luck, guys.
You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
Thank you. That's all.
You see the ring.